Hey y'all, it's Tracy. I am making tuna noodle casserole for dinner tonight. It is my son, or our son Clayton's favorite. He asks for it for his birthday every year. It's a really simple comfort food meal, and we usually pair it with mashed potatoes and rolls. The first thing I did was fill a pot full of water, kind of a large pot, because I'm going to boil a bag of egg noodles. So that's the first thing you do when you make tuna noodle casserole. And after the noodles boil, I will come back to get it assembled. Okay, so my noodles are boiling. You can see here they are almost done. And I just wanted to show you, I usually use white albacore tuna because I think it tastes better. And I get the Kroger brand in this. I told you I'm a Kroger girl. It's usually one large can, but they did my grocery order today and they substituted for 2 small cans, so I'm gonna make do with 2 small cans. I think the big can might be a little bit more than this, but it'll be okay. It really doesn't matter, but so it's white albacore tuna in the can. You drain it. I'm getting ready to drain it. And then I'm gonna use a large can of family size cream of mushroom soup, Kroger brand cream of mushroom soup, and I'm using a can of peas. And I'm gonna drain the peas and the tuna, and I will get ready to assemble it. I also preheated the oven to 350. Okay, now the noodles have been drained, and I just put them right back in the same pot just to save on cleanup. And I'm going to put about a half a stick of margarine in there. I did put a little bit of margarine in the boiling water. I meant to say that earlier, I forgot. I took some olive oil spray that I get from Sam's Club, and I sprayed my handy dandy disposable pan here. And I have my can of cream of mushroom soup, which I'm just gonna dump right on in. And then I have some sour cream here, which is a 16-ounce container, but I'm just going to use about half of it, maybe even a little less than half of it. And then I'm going to give that a stir. And the noodles are hot, so the butter kind of melts pretty quickly. So I'm just going to stir that all up until it's combined. I think you can see there that it is really easy. I'm just going to stir it around a little bit and get that butter to melt some, but it'll melt as it goes on. It's fine. So I opened the tuna and I drained it, and I'm just going to dump it straight in here, and we'll give that a little bit of a stir and just fold it in. And then I'm going to take, you could take any kind of cheese. I usually use just cheddar cheese, but I happen to have this Colby Jack shredded, so I'm just going to use it. Any cheese will work. It doesn't matter. It's 2 cups or 8 ounces is what I'm putting in there. And then I'm going to stir that up. You can see I'm just stirring it all together. That's all you do. That cheese was a little clumpy, so I'm having to make sure it's not in clumps. And I'm going to put my peas in last because you don't want to put those, I would always put them in last because you just want to kind of fold those in. You don't want them to mash up. You want them to stay. So I'm just going to kind of fold them in lightly at the end. Whoops. And then we will get ready to put it in the pan and put the topping on it. Okay, I should have mentioned that you can omit the peas. If you don't like peas, just don't put them in. If you don't like cheese, don't put it in. It's a really versatile recipe. I think it's Allison, my daughter, I don't think she cares for the peas in it. So sometimes I'll make it like a pan without peas and a pan with peas for everybody else. or like a small pan or whatever, or just keep some out before I put the peas in. That's what I usually do. So don't shy away from the recipe if you don't like peas, because you don't have to put them in there. You can see I put the casserole mix that I mixed up into my pan, and I'm gonna take Townhouse crackers and I'm gonna just crunch them up like you would on top of any casserole that you make. I'm just gonna crunch them up and pour them on top of there. Sometimes see, I think I'm probably gonna need two. I'm gonna crunch up the other one. Townhouse crackers crunch up real easy, and they're so good. I love them. There I go making a mess on my stove. Let's see. I usually wouldn't do this on my stove, but I'm trying to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing without having to move my camera setup. Okay, let's see here. I'm just gonna spread those out evenly over the top, and then I'm gonna take the rest of this butter. Whoops. I'm gonna take a knife and I'm just gonna pat the butter over the top. I had that sitting on the stove, so it kind of got soft, but it's okay. I'm just gonna put a little bit of butter all over the top of it. I'm gonna cut that one in half. It looked kind of big. And I'll put this, I'll cut this one in half, just so it's kind of spread out as even as you can get it over the top, but it really doesn't matter. Again, this is one of those recipes you can't really mess it up. Okay, so now we've got it. We have everything on there. I think you can see what I did. I'm gonna put it in the oven on 350, just until it's all done. So just until it's like bubbly and the the cheese is melted and the butter is melting on top and the crackers are turned to kind of brown. I'm gonna say 30 to 45 minutes. I'm gonna set my timer and check it in 30 minutes, and I'll be back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so it took about 40 minutes. I ended up putting a piece of aluminum foil over the top because I thought the crackers were getting a little bit too brown before it got too bubbly. So I just put some aluminum foil over top, and I took it out, and you can see it's nice and golden brown. And when you take it out, everything's melted, it's hot, and it's gonna be so good. And if you've never tried tuna noodle casserole, you should give it a try. I made it for Clayton's birthday this year, and we also ordered pizza because everybody was like, tuna noodle casserole for his birthday, seriously? And I'm like, yeah, every year. And do you know that almost everybody at his party had some, and they really liked it. I've seen a couple people, probably more than a couple, go back for seconds. So it's actually a really tasty dinner, and it's not that expensive to make, and you should try it. And it also, one more thing, if you really just don't like tuna, you could probably use like canned chicken, like the canned chicken breast. I have never done that, but I think it would be fine to do that and make like a chicken casserole out of it, or even cooked chicken, that you know, just regular chicken. But anyways, I feel like I don't know, can't figure out what I'm gonna say right now. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know. And as always, if you make it, let me know. I love to hear if you do make it and how you liked it and how your family liked it. And that's the reason I'm doing this, is just to share recipes and hopefully teach some people some stuff, and maybe some people can teach me some stuff. So until next time. So I made Clayton's favorite tuna noodle casserole today. Clayton, what do you think about the tuna noodle casserole?
It's been my favorite meal for all of my life. I've had it on every birthday that I've ever can remember, and it's definitely by far my favorite dish.
Love you. Thank you.